Recently, the world's largest asset manager posted fixed income flows of $35 billion in the 3 months preceding September 30th of this year. That compares to $22.9 billion during the same time last year. So what that means is folks are being more cautious when it comes to investing. And Davis Garrison III from Preservation Financial is here to help dig further into these numbers and what those numbers mean for your retirement plan. Davis, appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
There's a lot going on here. We're talking about billions of dollars, and there's a huge difference, about $12 billion worth of difference between last year and this year. Tell us what that means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what that means is people are being a little bit more cautious. Everything that's going on, the China trade wars, Argentina,
all the things
North
going on
Korea,
in the world.
you name it, pick a hot spot.
Right.
Everything's going on. Brexit, who knows what is going to happen.
Right.
We don't know what, why, when. And that lends itself to, and BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, over $6.5 trillion. That's with a T, $6.5 trillion
Right.
in assets that they manage. So it just makes sense to pay attention to what is going on with them, and they publish these results. And it's really a flight to safety. And what it's called is de-risking a portfolio. That's what BlackRock calls it.
Right.
And the increase in the flows into fixed income, bonds, bond cash equivalents, that type of thing, it kind of makes their antennas perk
Right.
up a little bit,
Right.
because it's a telling situation. And
It's like a barometer.
Exactly.
It kind of gives you what's going to happen.
Good analogy, yes. And especially given the fact that we are 11 years, and I mention this probably every other week.
Right.
We're 11 years into the longest running bull market in history.
Right.
Ever. And so there have been 26 recessions since 1900. They happen historically every 5 to 7 years. And so we're 11 years into the longest running bull market in history. That's got to influence people's behavior.
Right.
When it comes to their money.
Right. And I said they're conservative, but a lot of folks are going like ultra conservative. I mean, they're putting their money into hard assets like gold, things of that nature. That may be fine for some people, but for people that are on a fixed income, things of that nature, there's some avenues that they can take here, Arthur.
Yeah, especially retirees on
Right.
a fixed income, that type of thing. Social Security plus whatever they have put aside
Right.
In 401ks, 403bs,
Right.
that type of thing, through their working career. They have to have guarantees.
Right.
They you can't
Yes.
monkey.
Yeah, that has got to be, they're on a fixed income, that money stream has got to stay there.
Exactly, a 20 to 30% difference in it from month to month. That's crucial to them.
Yes.
And so that's why we watch these type of things. Jack Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, he founded Vanguard to be an indexed shop, for lack of a better term. The S&P 500 index, Dow Jones Industrial Index, NASDAQ 100 index. Those are the type of things that we're talking about when we talk to indexes. And you can basically de-risk your portfolio.
Right.
And get diversification using an index or a combination of indices.
Right.
S&P 500, the largest 500 companies in America. Dow Jones 30, again, the largest 30 corporations
Right.
in America. NASDAQ 100, tech, 100 largest companies like Google,
Right.
the FANG companies.
We got like 30 seconds left here, but I think what I'm reading here is that a lot of folks are not wanting to dip, how they say they dipping their toes into the market. They're not doing that anymore. They're kind of pulling back from the stock market and going through other avenues.
Exactly. People, everybody's an armchair quarterback.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be it.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you why, what, when.
Right.
what's going to happen.
But you can tell them how to plan for retirement.
I can tell you in advance,
Yes.
and that's the key, in
Yeah.
advance, how to de-risk your portfolio and deal with guarantees, period.
And there's the bottom line.
That's it.
All right, Davis, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Chris.
Folks, it is Preservation Financial Group. They're right there on Sunset Drive in Johnson City. If you're planning for retirement, I can't think of any better place to stop and ask some questions and find out more about planning for your retirement today.